Welcome back to sports. I'm Kaylee Glider. The Florida baseball team is at home for their third straight weekend when they welcome the Stony Brook Seawolves. I'm joined now by WUFT's baseball beat reporter Jonathan Perez. Jonathan, who have the Gators been relying on for their early success?
Well, Kaylee, the number 2 Florida Gators have been on a roll to start the season, going 7-1, and they're coming off a game against FAU where they exploded for 10 runs. The Gators have had a lot of help from different parts of their lineup, including Buddy Reed. Reed had a rough start to the season to start against Rhode Island, going 1 for 14, but in his last 5 games, he's really turned it on, hitting .458 and has pushed in 7 RBI. The bats have also been hot for junior Harrison Bader, who's really crushed the ball, hitting 4 homers this year, and freshman J.J. Swartz has 3 homers under his belt.
Now, what does Stony Brook bring into this series?
Well, Kaylee, Stony Brook Seawolves, they come into the series 2-4 in the year, and they've only pushed in 15 runs. Their senior Robert Treveri has reached base in all 6 of their games, and he's batting a .308 average. The entire pitching staff for the Gators has been dominant. They've limited their opponents to a .204 batting average. They're going to try and do the same thing tonight with Logan Short on the mound for the Gators. The game gets underway in less than 2 hours. Reporting live from McKeithen Stadium, Jonathan Perez, WUFT Sports.
Thanks, Jonathan. The road to a second national championship is about to get a lot more difficult as the number 1 Gators softball team starts a long road trip in California. 2 tournaments and 11 games in a span of just 9 days. The Gators started action today versus number 2 ranked Oregon in the first game of the San Diego Classic earlier this afternoon. Sophomore Delaney Gurley led the Gators to a 3-0 shutout against the Ducks. And currently the game against Cal Poly State is in the bottom of the second with no score. Florida softball will continue with 2 games on Saturday and wrapping things up against San Diego State on Sunday. The number 3 gymnastics team will host the 25th ranked Kentucky tonight in the O-Dome for some SEC action. This meet will be the 9th annual Link to Pink to promote breast cancer prevention and awareness. Both teams will put down their school colors and wear pink for the cause. This will be the second meet for back for All-American Bridget Sloan, who last year against Kentucky became the second Gator to score a 10 on the beam. The meet will begin at 7 tonight. The Florida men's basketball team will host the Tennessee Volunteers this weekend. Both teams sit 6-9 in the conference. Head coach Billy Donovan announced today that Dorian Finney-Smith has taken care of his responsibilities during his 3-game suspension and will be reinstated for Saturday's game. Donovan says the Gators need to stay disciplined rebounding the ball.
They're really good in their zone. They do a great job in their zone. They force turnovers. They're a high steal team. They've got a lot of guys on the offensive end of the floor that are real matchup problems with Amani Moore and Reese when they play those 2 guys in the front court together.
Also in action on the hardwood this weekend for the Gators is the women's team finishing its regular season at home against Georgia on Sunday. Last night, the Gators defeated the Crimson Tide in Tuscaloosa 53-49. Cassie Peoples scored a game-high 18 points just in the second half. The Gators have won 4 of their 5 SEC games on the road, but hope to finish the season on a high note for lone senior Kayla Lewis. And also today, UF football announced today that their spring practice will begin on March 16th, but the practices are not open to the public, and they'll have just a few days where media is allowed to come check things out.
All right. Thanks, Kaylee. Thank you. More news after the break. Stay with us.